Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina, Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a reading for you. I've started with the Oracle card. I'm using 3 different tarot decks for clarification, and I'll finish with an Oracle card. These are general readings. They're not going to resonate for all of you. You will undoubtedly find something of yourself in this reading, and you're always free. In fact, I encourage you to check your other placements in order to find something of yourself in there too, messages for yourself. So we're going to get started with the Soul's Journey card, Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Forgive the wheezing. I have gotten over the flu and I have intense seasonal allergies right now, so I feel better than I sound. This is really about the kind of growth that you foster as part of your everyday practices. This can include healthy habits and routines, eating right, exercising. It can also include meditating, focusing on certain aspects of your meditation, checking in with your dream life. In fact, this is giving me the energy that your personal life is so rich, so intense, so detailed, that there are many aspects of your own habits and routines that are requiring a lot of attention for you right now. Growing and expanding your awareness is an explosion at this time. And that isn't just about beneficial, sweet, happy things. There's a lot of clarity about the ways in which you have been blocking yourself. This is about accountability, right? Who is holding me back? What is holding me back? And the realization that as you heal, as you grow in awareness, there's a recognition that you are ultimately responsible for your reality, and you can grow that according to your awareness, your greater awareness, your expanding awareness. So to clarify this, I have the Queen of Cups and the Sun card. Wow. The Queen of Cups really does refer to kind of nurturing your wounds, your healing process, giving yourself what you need. And for a Capricorn, this is considerable because generally the expectation is that Capricorns provide for others, make sure others' needs are served, particularly as you are very keen to what others need. But in this case, you're learning to turn that power towards self, towards a recognition that you must tend to you, particularly if no one else is. And many of you that I'm speaking to are in a place of solitary awareness, accomplishment, acknowledgement, understanding, in fact, why you are here as a solo operator. It doesn't mean that you don't have a family of loved ones, friends around you, supports that exist, but they're really the ones that you manifest into your life. There are many that pledge support that don't deliver, or the support they deliver in the past has been spotty, shall we say. However, you're growing into this greater sense beyond your healing, beyond your repair of who you are as an individual. This is about not only who you are, the power of that, the joy of that, but the impact that you have on others, the gratitude you have experienced for what for many of you has been a very difficult path, a difficult road, and understanding that actually the overcoming of each difficulty has increased your gratitude, increased your value, ability to value the resources that you do have, the skills and talents, the vitality you do have, especially if you are tending to your physical well-being in equal measure. And I have no doubt that you are, because for many of you, It's almost like you're in a period of being born again. And so the child on horseback here is really about the sense of rebirth, that you not get to start all over. My goodness, no. It's really about gaining and internalizing that growth, that appreciation, that unconditional love that you recognize that has been coming to you from the universe, why you have been chosen. And for many of you, that will resonate in some way that is unique to you, but you have been chosen. And the burden of that has been extraordinary, but the rewards, the recognition, the light, the love is unfolding for you in your life now. And so necessarily you have to take care of yourself to be able to enjoy the life that you are unfolding. In the present, the Lovers. And this feels as though it comes back to the way that you have made decisions about not just relationships, but opportunities. Ways in which you have thrown yourself into opportunities and then accepted a small success as a way of placating others around you or giving up when things got real. And by real, I mean having successes, but then sustaining them, uh, being part of a productive team that is accomplishing amazing things, but sustaining that team, sustaining that accomplishment. This is really about understanding that what you're doing, your gift, is for the long haul. And you have to make decisions based on long-term benefit for you. What you choose, what you bring into your fold, what you deeply connect to must be nourished and sustained. This is understanding that your potential is a partnership with your real self, right? Your dreams. That's a relationship, a connection that validates your gift, who you are, what your purpose is, and you're learning to invest in long-term benefit there. In the the past, the Nine of Wands comes up as ways in which you have poured yourself into efforts in the past, and as a result of the distrust, the tear in the fabric, the lack of results or the lack of reciprocity when it came to be your turn to receive credit or for the team to work for your success, that evaporated, that was declined or betrayed in some way, that has led you to be distrustful of the promises of others, of the efforts that you've made naively, I think. I think you have trusted that other people are like you. Other people are going to keep their word. Other people are committed to the same values. Other people will keep going like me, and we can build upon our successes. Instead, it feels like each effort, successful as it may have been, ended, was not sustained, was one single solitary effort after another. And that began to build into a wall, a wall of expected betrayal, expected distrust. So this has been part of the hindrance in receiving the benefit, the care, the attention, the nurturance, the support that you invested in others. And this has become a story that you are releasing. In the future, the Star card. Yeah, I think this story is one that you have actually seen your way through. You are determined to succeed. There's no doubt about that. You haven't given up. In fact, you can't give up. It just isn't in you. You don't know what else to do. Everything about your life has led you on the path that you're on. This is your path. You know that. And you're coming to a place of completion now. But it is by taking responsibility for what you need, making choices about your alliances, your opportunities that recognize that others are not just like you, that relationships are negotiations, they're agreements, and those must be tended to, established first. No assumptions about what others can or will do on your behalf or with you without negotiation, without getting to know, without explicitly putting out your desire first. This is my goal. What is yours? And the star card really means, yeah, you see the big picture. You see that this is possible. You see that working together with others similarly aligned with you leads to something greater, leads to more abundance, more productivity, more joy, more appreciation of bounty that already exists, better ways of utilizing that, distributing that. That is who you are. This is the justice that is embedded in your sign, Capricorn. So the star is about, I'm never going to stop reaching for that. I'm never going to stop choosing that. If this is resonating with you so far, Capricorn, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate your comments. Thank you so much. You know who you are. I love the way you share and connect with me. You appreciate me. So keep that coming. And I'm going to clarify the Nine of Wands in the past with a couple of cards. The King of Pentacles and the Five. Is that a five? Five of Wands. Okay, yeah. Whew. I just see you as being a boss, being a leader, and the surprise, the debate, the competition with others around how do you get to lead? Not on the merit of your ideas and your effort, because that is second to none. Nobody can outwork you, outthink you, outcreate you. It's just not possible. But there's been a lot of debate and argument about how you get to be that person in the past. The competition that your presence has evoked when you've been successful, then others want to challenge that and step in or step over your authority. This is a real a story of professional hardship, professional obstacles, not being validated for who you are, for your power, people questioning who you are, how you got there, who you know, when the truth is that it has been nothing but effort. And no one has, or many don't see that. Many wonder, they come to you to find out what that special sauce is you have so that they can defeat it, argue against it, push against it, fight their way through it to the top. So I see this element of competition as being something that has really worn you down. It has personally hurt you. It has contributed to your own confusion and your own sense that your achievements are always about struggle. There's rarely been a place of simply creative enactment towards a goal, creative participation of a team, everyone working together to solve problems. People learn from you and then they move on or move through you in a way that has caused you to feel almost a sense of shame in how successes can turn and crumble in your own hands. A way in which you have actually literally been challenged. How can you not turn these successes towards your benefit? How come everybody is fighting you when you've been so successful, as if that's your problem? And obviously it has been your problem. So there's a lot of ground for mistrust and disbelief. It's that those who worked with you and that you worked for did not support you, expected you to give everything, and then criticized it. In the present, the Lover's card is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, so a lot of 2 5s anyway, maybe not that many, and the Six of Wands. So interesting, yes. Your success is definitely tied up with the way that you work with others. So it is as though you understand that you are trying to change your financial and material experience. You're trying to stabilize and secure the support that you need to grow, to expand, to explore more, to learn more. And you are successful when working with a team of others. You gain easy victories because working with others is easy for you. You understand humility, you understand how to share power, even though there is often a resentment of you as the power or the authority in charge. Nevertheless, you understand how to create a collaborative environment in which everyone does their part, everyone understands their part, and everyone can take credit for the successes that you always are sure to gain. You know how to be a success, a surprising success to others. That's part of the resentment that has accrued to you in the past. How did she do that? So that is something that you have learned to balance out, to release as not your problem, to continue on, to continue growing, to not give up, to understand that you're choosing something that you're going to stick with, that you have to stick with, that helps to define you and your mission, your purpose on this planet. It has a lot to do with sharing resources with others, balancing out, evening out the way resources are distributed in the world. And that includes joy, appreciation, gratitude for the bounty we already have on the planet. And the Star card in the future. Whoa. Okay. Tempted to take some of these because some look good, but let's try again with the Star. Clarify 2 cards, please. The Three of Pentacles. The deck is not. And the King of Swords. And I saw the Empress underneath. I'm going to pull that. So, always a collaborator. Always about co-creativity. You understand that no matter how that has worked out against you in the past, that you can't help but be a team player. You can't help but understand the necessity, the better results obtained when you work with others. It is choosing those others that becomes key, because recognizing the expertise of others allows you collectively to create something beautiful, practical, and accessible to people. This is you creating something that is of service to others, setting that in motion. And because the Empress has jumped out, I've chosen the Empress, another 3. It's all about taking action on your power, activating your power, balancing out the efforts of others towards the goal, towards the harvest, towards maximizing the reward, and then being in a position to receive it. It's almost as though you are describing this process to others. It's as though you are sharing or marketing an approach or a plan to others. There's some way that you're presenting the work that you do or the path of your work to others that is of value. It's part of your own ability to, I would say, almost like research the value of what you do for other communities, to make presentations to other groups regarding the way to accomplish something, the way to achieve something, the way to improve upon a product or an environment. You understand how to do that on a collective basis, how to describe the process, how to measure the process, how to make sure that those that are engaging in this process are gaining the same value, that your truth is relevant to the truth of others. And this is possibly contributing to something you're documenting, something you're recording. Perhaps you are making a presentation. Perhaps you are writing a book. But this is about creating a document that details this journey you've been on. This is quite lovely, Capricorn. I'm going to finish this off with a language of flowers, 2 flipped out. On top stock, slow down. The pace must abate before it's too late. Well, you've certainly got a lot going on, that's for darn sure. And it feels like it's culminating in an important way. But again, I feel like the way it's culminating is in your own personal practices, recognizing the things you do on a daily basis that support you or that block you. Stay in that wisdom, Capricorn. Until next time, namaste.